Woman to woman, there is something surprising that many women discover later in life, something that younger versions of themselves would never have believed. Some women spend years searching for love, years hoping, years wondering if they missed their chance. And after heartbreak, after disappointment, after relationships that didn't work out, many begin to believe that love is behind them, that the best years are over, that meaningful connection belongs to someone else. But woman to woman, that is not always true. In fact, some women find the healthiest, happiest, and most genuine love of their entire lives after the age of 50. Not because they became luckier, not because life suddenly became easier, but because they became wiser. And that wisdom changes everything. When we are younger, many of us fall in love with potential. We fall in love with who someone could become. We convince ourselves that certain problems will eventually disappear. We overlook red flags. We tolerate behavior we should never have accepted. We stay longer than we should. And sometimes, we lose pieces of ourselves trying to save relationships that were never ours to save. Woman to woman, one of the greatest gifts that comes with age is clarity. By the time many women reach their 50s and 60s, they know themselves better. They know what brings them peace. They know what causes them pain. They know what they are willing to accept and what they are no longer willing to tolerate. That changes the way they love, because they stop chasing fantasy and start valuing reality. They stop looking for perfection and start looking for character. They stop focusing on chemistry alone and start paying attention to consistency. And woman to woman, consistency matters. Because real love is not built on grand gestures. It is built on everyday actions. It is built on showing up, keeping promises, being honest, being dependable, being kind. Many women spend years searching for butterflies, only to discover later that peace feels much better. The second reason some women find real love after 50 is because they finally stop trying to earn it. This lesson takes many years for some of us to learn. We spend so much of our lives trying to prove our worth, trying to be enough, trying to be chosen, trying to convince someone to see our value. But eventually, life teaches us something important. The right person does not need to be convinced of your worth. The right person recognizes it. The right person appreciates it. The right person protects it. And once a woman truly understands this, she stops begging for effort. She stops negotiating for respect. She stops accepting crumbs when she deserves a full meal. She begins expecting healthy love instead of hoping for it. And woman to woman, that shift is powerful. Because confidence changes the people we allow into our lives. When a woman knows her value, she becomes less attracted to confusion, less attracted to inconsistency, less attracted to people who only show up when it is convenient. Instead, she becomes drawn toward peace, toward stability, toward emotional maturity, toward people whose actions match their words. The third reason some women find real love later in life is because they finally understand that being alone is not the worst thing that can happen. Many women stay in unhappy relationships because they fear loneliness. They fear starting over. They fear what others might think. They fear the unknown. But eventually, many discover that being alone is not nearly as painful as being with someone who makes you feel alone. There is a difference, a very important difference. One is solitude. The other is emotional abandonment. And once a woman experiences that truth, she becomes less afraid of walking away from what is unhealthy, because she understands that peace is worth protecting. Woman to woman, there is something beautiful that often happens after 50. Many women stop seeking validation from other people. They stop measuring their worth by who stays or who leaves. They stop believing that a relationship defines their value. And for the first time, they begin building a life that feels complete on its own. A life filled with friendships, family, purpose, growth, joy. And interestingly enough, that is often when healthier love appears, not because they are searching desperately for it, but because they are no longer willing to sacrifice themselves for it. Real love tends to grow in places where self-respect already exists. And perhaps that is one of the greatest lessons of all. The healthiest relationships are not built by two people trying to complete each other. They are built by two whole people choosing to walk through life together. Woman to woman, if you are over 50 and wondering whether love is still possible, please hear this. Your story is not over. Your best days are not necessarily behind you. Your capacity to love and be loved has not expired. Age does not make you less deserving of connection, less deserving of affection, less deserving of companionship. If anything, the wisdom you have gained makes healthy love easier to recognize, because now you know the difference between attention and commitment. You know the difference between promises and actions. You know the difference between chemistry and character. And those lessons are valuable. As we come to the end of our conversation today, I want to leave you with one final thought. Do not measure your future by your past disappointments. Do not assume that one heartbreak predicts the rest of your life. Do not let yesterday convince you that tomorrow cannot be beautiful. Because woman to woman, some of the most meaningful chapters of life begin later than we expected. Some of the strongest relationships begin after we have healed, after we have grown, after we have learned who we truly are. And sometimes, real love arrives not when we desperately need someone to save us, but when we finally understand that we were never broken to begin with. And trust me, that realization changes everything.